So Natasha is still on her journey. She's still making her moves and trying to get justice. And now she has gone to the IPU, the Inter-Parliamentary Union. For those of you who don't know what IPU is the Inter-Parliamentary Union of the world. It is not United Nations. Please, stand to be corrected. IPU is not the United Nations, so don't misunderstand it for the United Nations. The IPU is the Inter-Parliamentary Union, and I will read this out so that you will hear. The IPU is a global organization of national parliaments founded in 1889. It promotes democracy, cooperation, and dialogue among parliaments worldwide. The IPU works on issues like human rights, peace, security, and sustainable development, helping lawmakers share best practices and address global challenges. So you've heard it all. The IPU is not United Nations. So Natasha has gone to the IPU to report the case of sexual harassment. She said that she reported the case and instead of getting justice, she got suspended. I've released a video on this before and I've said my mind times and times again that I think Natasha needs to go back to her seat. She needs to make amends. She needs to apologize to her colleagues for bringing down the name of the Senate. So she should go back and do the needful and serve her people. Going to the IPU to report this case, first of all, the IPU is not a police of the Nigerian Senate. Neither is the IPU a judge. The IPU is just a union of all parliaments of the world, which is not by force to be a member. Remember, the National Assembly of Nigeria is a member of the IPU, but individual members can decide not to be a part, and also senators and legislators can also decide not to take part in activities. So the IPU is actually not the way people see it. I'm not saying that the IPU is toothless. All I'm saying is this. The IPU is not the appropriate body to report any case. I also wanted to let this one clear so that you understand that she did not go to the United Nations, because lots of people were talking about going to the United Nations. She did not go to the United Nations. Natasha is still on the move. And this one is still baffling me, because I keep on saying, when will all this end? When will all this beating around the bush end? You are a senator. You are a politician. You went to the IPU without evidence. You still went there without evidence. Because if you had evidence, you would have presented it and it would have been bare for all to see. I am beginning to see this as just a circus. I hope it has nothing to do with 2027 elections. The president of the IPU said boldly, and I'll play the video. She said, "I have heard you. We have heard you. We are still going to invite the second party, or we open our doors for the other party to say his mind."
The matter that was raised by our colleague from Nigeria, Senator Natasha, and because all of us heard what she said, but because we listened only on her side, as an institution, as IPU, we will be taking the concerns that have been raised, not only taking her side, but also giving a chance to listen to the other side, as it is a custom for IPU.
That means nothing we can do for you. There is nothing we can do for you, madam. We don't have powers to attend to such matters. So that is clear. You knew the IPU, you know the IPU cannot, mitigate in this matter. You know the IPU has no say in this matter. You know the IPU is not a judge, but you still went there anyway. I'm beginning to notice something. I'm beginning to see you know what you're doing. All you're doing is you're trying to sway public sympathy to yourself and away from the senators who suspended you. And by so doing, dragging Nigeria, dragging the country to the mud. Who told you all those countries don't have their problems? Who told you the IPU members countries don't have their problems? Have you seen any country in Africa or around the world go to the IPU to report their colleagues? Have you seen American senators, Democrats, Republicans, when they have problems, they go to the IPU to wash their dirty linen in public? This is the first time in my life I'm seeing a member of any assembly in the world going to the IPU to report her fellow member in her member country. What I normally see is this country and this country having problems and they've settled it in the IPU. This country and this country have issues. I've never seen a senator of a country reporting his fellow senator of that same country to the IPU before. This is unbelievable. I think, Natasha, you have broken a record. This is not the way to go. You can't do this. It's somehow, it's to me, I feel it's childish. How would you go and stay in your country like this because of what you know you can solve in your own country? In Nigeria, we have appropriate channels to solve such problems you have in this country. They are working if you have evidence. Let me tell you, Natasha, if you have evidence, you will win this case. But if you don't have evidence, I do not see the reason why you are jumping from place to place with your mouth and your microphone. If you have evidence, you should be in court in Nigeria now with your evidence. Akpabio is not bigger than the court. Akpabio is not bigger than our court. Yes, you can't take him to court as a senator and he will go. But you know you can't do it. You know you can't do it because you don't have evidence. Why it's paining me so much is because I have talked to you, I have told you, I have done, I know you have seen everything I have said about this. And I have not hidden my mind to say, stop this movie you are acting. Stop this movie you're acting. It looks like a script you're acting for 2027. I don't have anything against you. I think you're a wonderful woman. I think you're a wonderful senator. You are a likable person also. But I will not stand and see you drag this country to the mud. Our image is already battered enough in this country. It's already battered enough. I know how our people are being treated internationally because of this kind of image. This kind of thing you're doing is going to cost Nigeria a lot because you are spoiling our name. You should have gone to court in Nigeria with your evidence. Stop this charade. Stop this. The IPU is not United Nations. The IPU does not have the power to do anything for you, but you want camera on your face. It's obvious you want camera on your face. Well, you have the camera on your face. And Nigeria, name you're bringing down, not Akpabio, you're bringing Nigeria down. Natasha, please, reconsider. It's not too late. It's not too late.